Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Do We Have the Same Bias video. It was requested by Blackpink, so thanks. I read all of your ideas, so don't worry, I might do them later. Now make sure to let me know in the comments who your bias is and if we have the same one or not. I will explain how they became my biases so it isn't very boring. Okay, let's start. My bias in BTS is Tae. Tae is my ultimate bias and I love him to death. Like boy could open his mouth and I would start crying. So I became a fan of BTS in 2017. I was watching some YouTube videos and suddenly DNA popped out. At that time I didn't know what K-pop was and I never watched anything K-pop related, so I don't know why BTS appeared in my recommended. It's like destiny or something like that. I was so in love with the song and Tae was the member that most appealed to me. I started getting obsessed with BTS like it was unhealthy. I downloaded VLove and Twitter, like stuff I never had. I watched all of their music videos, downloaded all of their albums and watched almost every interview ever. Tae became my bias because he is so cute, like I bust a yoo every time I look at him. I also love his voice, like I'm a hoe for deep voices and Tae's voice is deeper than the ocean. Tae is also so funny but in a cute way, like I really can't explain. His giggle is the cutest thing ever. Like Tae, please stop setting my standards too high. Absolute boyfriend material. Basically what I mean is that I love him. I did change my bias like last year. I was going through some stuff and I saw a video of Jin funny moments and was immediately happy. I became so obsessed with Jin I thought he could become my bias. But I was like, nah, I can't cheat on Tae, come on. But I ended up cheating on Tae with Jin and he became my bias for like 6 months, I think. Of course I love all of BTS members equally, but Tae is my bias. I feel like Jin isn't my bias wrecker, he really is my second bias. My bias in Blackpink is Jisoo. Goddess Miss Korea Jisoo. I think that you can see that just by looking at my username. But did you know that she wasn't my first bias? The first song I ever listened by Blackpink was As If It's Your Last. I became obsessed with Blackpink. When I saw that they only had 5 songs I thought they had debuted that year, 2017. But when we had to wait so long for another comeback, I understood YG is shit. So, when I saw the music video for As If It's Your Last, Jennie was the member that I liked more. I just thought she sang so well and she is so pretty, like I was so overwhelmed. She was my bias for about 4 months, I think. Then I found out about this holy channel called N2THEM. A video called Blackpink Jisoo Being Too Extra popped on my recommended and I watched it. I then became obsessed with Jisoo. Now Jisoo is my girl group ultimate bias. I love her to death and I hope people start appreciating her more. In Twice I actually have 2 biases. They are Jihyo and Nayeon. The first song I ever listened by Twice was Likey. The member I was more interested in was actually Taehyung, but when I started getting more into Twice it changed to Nayeon. But I couldn't stop myself from watching Jihyo related videos. I wanted her to become my bias but I didn't want to replace Nayeon. So I decided that both could be my biases. Taehyung is my bias wrecker right now, but who knows? She could also become my bias one day. I feel like I'm going to become a OT9 stan in not long. My bias in TXT is Beomgyo. When Big Hit started dropping video teasers of each member of TXT, Yeonjun was the member that I liked more. But when the music video dropped, Hyuning Kai became my bias because I thought he was so cute. He was my bias for quite long. Beomgyo became my bias kinda in a dumb way, but oh well, I'm dumb too, so it doesn't matter. I was watching this video called TXT Dance KK and when Beomgyo did this.
너와 함께한 모든 순간이 눈부셨다. 날이 좋아갖고 아니면 날이 좋지 않아갖고 날이 적당해갖고 그 모든 날이 좋았다.
My ovaries literally dropped like what the fuck. He immediately became my bias and now I love him and want to protect him forever. My bias in ITZY is Yuna. Yuna was the first member that caught my attention and is my bias since then. She is just like so beautiful, I really can't explain. I love her voice and she is also lead dancer and girl can dance. She is also pretty close to my age. I love Yuna and I hope people appreciate her, because I've seen her receive a lot of hate because she is the visual and people call her ugly. But like, are you blind? She is beautiful. So shut up and stan Yuna and ITZY. My bias in Everglow is Asha. When I first watched Bon Bon Chocolate, Mia was the one that caught my attention, and became my bias. She also became my bias because she sang the pre-chorus, and I love it like it's my favorite part of the song. But when I started watching more Everglow related stuff, like interviews and lives, I realized how beautiful Asha is. Like, her beauty is out of this world. I love her body proportions. And she's so tall, like tall girls are beautiful. I also love her eyes, and she knows that her eyes are beautiful. We love a confident queen. So that's why Asha is my bias. My bias in G-Idol is
Oogie.
She was actually the first member that caught my attention because of her beauty and voice. Like, her voice is deep and I love it. She also has a funny personality.
Oogie.
Is such a cutie, like I love her. So my bias in Red Velvet is Wendy. I don't know if you remember, but in my first K-pop unpopular opinions, I said I couldn't stand Red Velvet even though I love every song they have, even the ones everyone hates. But thanks to everyone that commented funny Red Velvet moments, I convinced myself to research more about them. Now I stan them and am proud of being a Revealef. Wendy is my bias because I love her voice. It's so strong, and girl, those high notes? Yes, queen. Also, her visuals are honestly amazing. Her face stands out the most to me and I love her to death now. Seulgi is my bias wrecker, but she's so close of becoming my bias, like, ma'am, please calm down. My NCT bias is Lucas. Lucas immediately became my bias the moment I saw him. I usually don't go for rappers, I really don't know why, but this boy is so talented. He literally snatched me from the start and now I love him. He's also a total crackhead. We love talented and funny people. Stan crackhead, stan NCT. My bias in Monsta X is Hyungwon. When I started liking Monsta X, I couldn't choose a bias properly because I wanted all of them to become my bias. But then I saw this video of him that became a huge meme, and I realized how cute he is. He's so naturally funny and I love that in a person. I relate a lot to him too. He's also so handsome, like 100% boyfriend material. He's tall and has such an unique face. I love him so much, it's unhealthy. My shiny bias is Taemin. Now this man is talent in person. I always thought Taemin was a cutie, but when he went solo I realized how hot he is. Like, I don't understand how I didn't realize that before, like I'm blind or what. Taemin is a king and will always remain as the most iconic man ever. My bias in Stray Kids is Felix. As I said before, I'm not usually into rappers, but the moment I listened to Felix's deep-ass voice, I fell in love. I also said before I absolutely love deep voices, and Felix's voice is so deep. Like, did you hear his voice in Side Effects? My own bias is bias wrecking me. Also, Aussie accent. Girl, oh my god, Aussie accent is so damn hot, I don't even know why. And his accent is so strong, boy can like, get it? And he's a total meme. I love funny people and he's totally hilarious. Stan Stray Kids for clear skin.
G'day fellas, my name's Bangshan
And I'm Felix.
and we're from
Australia.
Oi Felix! Come here bro! What'd you make bro? Oi!
So that's it for this video. It was a little long, but I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't name every group because I'm not very familiar with them, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment who your biases are. They can be from other groups than the ones I mentioned. Also comment video ideas that you want to see me do. Thanks for watching. Bye.